Hi, Kristen. Welcome. Can you
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about who you are and why you're learning French?
Okay, sure. I am from the United States, in Michigan. I'm a dentist for children, and I'm learning French because I've always wanted to learn. I took about 4 years in high school, and that's a long time ago. And my sister, she has a master's degree in French, so she speaks, a little bit, I would say. We've traveled to France 3 times now, and so she's inspired me to speak, and I see some patients who speak French, and I'd like to speak with them.
Mhm. Sounds good. And so before we worked together and before you joined the accelerator, where were you at in your French study? What did it look like?
Well, I really didn't know how to start, and I really wasn't pushing myself to do much, and I was kind of looking into the community college near me, taking a class, and my boyfriend, he was kind of prompting me to do that, and I kind of felt that it was going to be something similar to high school, slow, and you wouldn't get much speaking experience. So I really wasn't that interested in taking that, like classes there. So that's why I found you on the internet, or I just did a Google search actually, and you were one of the first websites that came up.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what made you decide to work with me? We actually worked together a couple of months before the accelerator even existed, but what made you decide to jump in and first work with me and then join the accelerator?
Well, I always seem to look at reviews, and even with like my profession, I feel sometimes some people can be very harsh, but then also very positive. But you didn't have any negative or harsh reviews, and everybody said very positive things about you. And I wasn't necessarily looking at just the reviews. You had very great content, and then I signed up for your emails, and everything in your emails were very clear and concise, and everything I just felt like I was very drawn to. So like I was kind of hooked at that point, and then I signed up for the roadmap, and then that's just kind of what happened.
Okay, and how was it after you signed up? So you signed up for the roadmap, then we started working one-on-one together, and then you joined the accelerator. Can you tell us a bit more about the experience of both one-on-one with me and the accelerator and how it is inside? Because the people who are looking at this testimonial are looking from the outside, and they're probably really curious to know what is inside, what happens then.
Sure. So like after I signed up for the accelerator, for some reason I still had like hesitation, even though like I felt like we connected pretty well and I liked you, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this man is, has really like great knowledge, a lot of experience, and I felt like I could converse with you well, and I could understand you, and I mean obviously like meaning that you spoke English for many years. So that was good, and you could understand, some of the things that I was saying. So that was a positive, but I think that I was like a little bit hesitant because like, I think for me, whenever I do something new, I just really kind of tend to think about it a lot, feel it out, even though I've always wanted to learn French for many years. But anyway, the one-on-one classes, they've been so helpful, and I've really enjoyed them. I always look forward to our time together. And I feel that if I went to a class with a group of students, I really wouldn't be accelerating at this pace. And, sometimes I, feel like I'm not progressing as I should, but I know that, Angel gives me, positive feedback. He's always so encouraging, which I appreciate that. But then being said, he is not like so easy on you. He's realistic. So I appreciate that too. So there's like he pushes you to be the best that you can be. And then for the accelerator, I really like that group environment. We encourage each other. We're helping each other learn too. We post videos of speaking, so we're helping each other speak as well. So it's like a really great group dynamic.
Cool. Would you recommend to do both the accelerator and the one-on-one coaching every week like you do, or do you think it's not absolutely necessary? Like if someone is scratching their head wondering if there's a lot of added value from doing both, or what would you say to them?
Well, I think it's worth the money investing in both. And I feel like I get a lot more out of doing both. I mean, I think if you wanted to just do one, I would probably pick one-on-one coaching. I mean, that's just me. You have to just kind of decide what kind of person you are. Are you really self-motivated? Do you work better in a group environment? I feel like I need that extra push from a personal one-on-one coach. Mm-hmm. But I think when you have the coaching and, you have the group dynamic, I think you can be pushed a little more, and it helps with the accountability. I feel like when you're on social media, you get these little reminders every day. If you get the notifications on your phone and you're like, oh, wow, I should respond to this, and I was tagged in this. Okay. For me, I feel like, okay, I don't want to be rude. Someone just sent me a message. Okay. And maybe I need to be studying that. Okay. Let's be accountable and be on task here.
Mm-hmm. So it helps you like keep your study top of mind and keep on it, even when the one-on-one coaching.
For sure. And then if you're more of a person who is self-motivated and you really like just working in groups, then maybe you could do the accelerator only, that type of thing. But I'm not that kind of person. So, I mean, I have like somewhat of a self-motivated personality, but I like really working one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're really harsh on yourself when thinking of your progress and your level of French, but if you were trying to be objective in those few months that we've worked together, could you tell us roughly if your French has improved at all? And if so, how? If you were trying to be objective.
Yeah. So, like you said, I am very hard on myself. That's just like how I was raised and how my family is. And I think a lot of people have a problem with that. But I look back from where I've started and I look at where I'm now. And we do this thing called the daily French bath, where you're always listening to French audio while you're, let's say, getting ready in the morning, driving to work. And just my listening comprehension and my reading comprehension has improved so much. And like, let's say for example, there's this video I watched in French a year ago, and I didn't understand anything at all. And now I understand so much more of it. I watched it recently. So that's pretty cool to see the progress. And even my writing has experienced, like, it's just changed so much. I can write full, like, detailed sentences. Granted, they're not perfect, and Angel still needs to correct me, but his corrections are so amazing, and they're so in detail. And even my speaking has, it's changed so much. Like, I can speak full sentences instead of just like, je suis dentiste pour les enfants. Just these like little tiny sentences. And I'm still working on my confidence, but I'm just feeling a lot better. So it's great. It's been really great.
And that's with living in New York City with how much French around you, or how many French speakers around?
So I'm in Michigan, actually.
Oh, you're in Michigan. Oh,
well, same time zone, so it's all right.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a lot of people in the accelerator from New York State, I think, or there's a couple.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah, but there's barely any French speakers. I mean, I have a couple from work. They're Arabic and or they're Lebanese, so they speak French and Arabic.
So they're clients, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's almost no French speaker around, and yet you've made all this progress with the program. Cool. Well, that is really cool. So do you have any last words for the people watching? What would you like to tell them if they're still wondering?
So if you're hesitating, I would feel like you need to I think you should just take a chance on yourself and just do it. And you won't regret it. It's like, you just think about, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. It's just kind of like me. Just do it. Stop wasting your time thinking about it. Stop wasting your time trying to do like other things like Rosetta Stone, all of those things that you signed up for emails and specials like on this, like $100 off, blah, blah, blah. Just sign up for the one-on-one coaching and the accelerator. If you want to make progress, just do it. It'll be great.
Thank you so much. That is very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.